Good morning. My name is James Nick Hernandez. For those who knew me when I was in school, I go by Nick. Graduated class of 2018-2019 from the PharmD program. Currently now live in Michigan as a licensed pharmacist. I am currently working at an independent pharmacy. So unusual today. I normally work at one store, but today I have to go work open at one for about half an hour. I have to drive over to another location and work there for the remainder of the day. So I'll open up the one at 8 a.m. and I will close the other one at 7 p.m. So looks like a long day. Here we go. Alright guys, I just got to the first location, opened up. Now it's time to get ready for the day. So I gotta check the fax queue, gotta check the electronic scripts that might have came over last night. Gotta check the voicemails, make sure I got all the scripts that came overnight when we were closed. Open up that way, and I open up the door and let the fun begin. Gonna be a busy day, but if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask and I'll answer them as I can. Thanks. Question was, what got me into pharmacy? So I played college tennis in Georgia, and a buddy of mine that was on the team at the time graduated, went to pharmacy school. He was ahead of me. Then he became a pharmacist, and he just told me, hey, you should try it. And he knew I was interested in the medical field. So I said, sure, gave it a try. It turns out I shadowed him in an independent pharmacy, and it was great. It turned out I loved it. You know, I loved the interaction with the people. Still got to practice a little bit of medicine. And compounding pharmacy, you know, we're always there for the people. You can do whatever you want for them and help them out as much as you can. So that's what really got me to getting into pharmacy, and that's why I work in independent, because it's something that I really care for and really like. I always want to be there for the patients. So the question was the reason why did I choose independent as opposed to a regular chain pharmacy? Answer for me is, one, the place that I do work at currently, independent, it does compounding. I love compounding. I think it's great for patients, and also we do a lot of stuff for animals. To be able to specialize medicine catered to them, I think is great. It personally makes me feel like I really help out the patient, and if we need to alter anything, you know, I have conversations with doctors to do so. Also, I just really like to see the back end of the business side. For me, I'm business oriented, so you know, I want to see what goes on here at the place I work at. I can see the prices. I know how much the drugs cost. I know what the insurance is paying. I can see all that stuff on the back end, which I want to see. I care to see. You know, in the future, I like to get into business. So for me, that's a big plus. And just the knowledge you gain at an independent, you know, being able to learn from other pharmacists that have been doing it for a while, to me is pretty good. That's what I like. That's reason why I chose it. So that's what I do, and I love it. Most recent question was, is my official title pharmacist, since I go to multiple locations? So actually, where I work at, I like to say I wear multiple hats. So I am a pharmacist, I am a technician, I am the clerk. Because working at a pharmacy, it's independent like this, it's very small. So for example, right now at this location, I'm by myself. So if I get scripts, I take phone calls, I do the teching myself, I do the typing myself, I ring out the customer myself. All vaccines I have to give as well. So officially I am a pharmacist, yes, but I do many different duties throughout the day. I put up the order, I check in the order, I scan the order, I do counts. You know, there's a lot of different things that go on as a pharmacist in an independent, as opposed to possibly a chain and things like that sort. You get to do a little more different things as an independent than you would in a chain. So most recent question was, what helped me study the most in pharmacy school? I'm gonna have to say it kind of varies for everyone. You gotta kind of find the study habits that work for you, whether it's in a group, whether it's by yourself. Some people like notes online, some people like printed notes, things like that. For myself, it was actually in a small study group. I had a couple friends that I would study with almost all the time. We would sometimes study the same topics, so if we ever had a question, we could bounce off of ideas. Some of the people I studied with were better at explaining things more than I did on certain topics. Other topics I was stronger than they were. So if you like studying in a group, I'd say just find a couple of friends that you can really just bounce ideas off, and sometimes it kind of sparks something going on. And for me, that was helpful. I had a couple of friends that we studied all the time together. One was my roommate, so it was nice that we were able to do that. So that helped out a lot for me. So it's 7 o'clock, it's time to go home. So now to close the pharmacy, gotta make sure all the doors are locked, have to close the register, have to check all the screens, make sure all my orders are submitted. I tend to probably not leave anything uncounted, make sure I have nothing for the other pharmacists coming in tomorrow or for myself. So now it's just time to put the alarm, shut the door, and time to go home. So question was asked, why Michigan? I chose Michigan because my fiance got matched into a residency here. So for those of you that know how the process works, you kind of go where you're accepted, and the program here is very good for her. So of course I decided to come along.